Hello, hello, everyone. Hello. It's nice and warm here in beautiful LA, so no scarf. This is what is different. No scarf today. Okay, so hopefully everyone has had a chance to take a look at the Mueller report. I just started reading it myself. And as I was looking at the report, it was kind of fun because we know by what is not in the report what is an ongoing investigation. And from the remote views, we're learning that the ongoing investigation is the corruption, the money laundering, the money schemes overseas. And in the Mueller report, there's nothing about Trump's taxes, his business dealings, which ultimately, excuse me, I think is where Mueller is going to get Trump. He's going to get him on the financial stuff. All right, so people had said I'd got it wrong about Rod Rosenstein. That's okay, I could be wrong. I'm not perfect. But I was meditating about it again today. Sorry, it's traffic time. And I really believe that I'm right, because there never would have been a Robert Mueller investigation if it had not been for Rod Rosenstein. It was Rod Rosenstein that stepped up and said, we need an independent counsel to come in and take a look at this, and gave a very large mandate, and none of that would have happened with Rod Rosenstein. So I think that he is an unbelievably brave person, and it was interesting today in the conference with Barr. You could I invite you guys to go back and take a look at that, particularly after I say what I'm about to say. I'm going to say a little bit of something about a suspicion I have based on my meditations. Could be wrong, but I'm going to say that I suspect that one of the leakers in the Justice Department was Rod Rosenstein. And the reason why I think that he was one of the leakers is because of his values regarding people. He really believes that the people are the government of the people, by the people, for the, he really believes in that. And I was struck as I began looking at the leaks and following the energy over the last 2 years doing these meditations. I got struck by the fact that whoever the leaker was having access to classified information, but it was 6 months to a year old. And so then it dawned on me that, looking at the energy meditating, that this was somehow sanctioned or okayed from within the intelligence agencies, the Justice Department, etc. And so I think what happened was that they would investigate something, and when a piece of evidence, when they felt that they were ready to let it go public, and they felt that the American people did have a right to know something, 6 months to a year later, after they had completed that aspect of the investigation, they would leak it. I believe the person, the go-between, beat the drum, who do y'all think? I'll buy you an ice cream cone if you get it. Who do you think the Justice Department deep throat was during the last 2+ years? Leaking to the New York Times, Washington Post. You think that could be Rod Rosenstein? What do you think? Do you think he was the leaker that, for example, leaked out of the White House, supposedly was leaked, the Don Jr. Emails? So something to think about. I think that he played some part in allowing certain leaks to go out, and I think that it was because, while not wanting to interrupt an ongoing investigation, he also felt that he had an obligation that factual information got out, because there were a lot of crazy fake news stories going around. So I think that there was also an ethical aspect to it. But yes, I believe Rod Rosenstein will emerge not only as the unsung hero who simply, he's like Clark Kent. He's got glasses and the briefcase, and he just wants to disappear. But he really is the person who, none of this would have happened. Excuse me. I have a frog in my throat today. None of this would have happened if it hadn't been for Rod Rosenstein. So that is why he is the hero. And I think that he has twisted a lot of arms so that people could see. He was one of the people that really was able to make it happen so that we could see so much of the Mueller report. And I believe he is the one working with Mueller so that the Gang of Eight is going to see the full report. I'm sorry that it hasn't happened yet, but I think it will happen soon. I'm going to do a quick throw now on when will the full report be released to Congress. Let's take a look. And it's a special day, so we will use my senior deck. The older your deck gets, the more power it gets, and the more it learns how to communicate with you and work with you. So unlike Western society, in the tarot, the older something is, the more powerful it becomes, the more psychic it becomes, the more attuned to you and what you tell it to do. There's a traditional way to read the tarot, but what's more powerful than the traditional way of reading the tarot is the symbiotic relationship that you create with your tarot deck. And that is why your senior deck, this one is 23 years old, your senior deck is the one that you're going to want to wrap in silk, give it stones, create a nice space for it, because as the years go by, particularly if you take good care of it, the more powerful your senior deck will become. Wrap it in silk if you can, and take it out for special occasions. So I just want to take a look at if the Mueller report's going to come out in the next couple of weeks and how this will all end. Because in the vision that I had of Nancy Pelosi leaving the room with a look of acceptance on her face, I believe we are now moving towards impeachment. Let's take a look. One more time. Base of the matter. Working at one's craft. It's interesting, I keep seeing Rod Rosenstein just trying to disappear into his work. This is mastery, honing your craft. This is getting things ready. So yes, I think that what we're looking at here is moving towards what? Yes, we get our wish. The Ten of Cups is pushing out. You can see here honing or completing. And the wish card pushes through. So yes, the full report will be released. I think it's only going to be the Gang of Eight to start, because it's an ongoing investigation, but let's see. Four of Pentacles moves in right over this. That is hoarding or trying to hold on to, frugality, not wanting to give it away, and there's a defensiveness. So there is a fear at this time of giving the entire report over to Congress. This is why the best thing to do is probably to have it be, let me take a look. Yeah, stress regarding the situation, tension and defensiveness. It looks like the entire world may get to see it soon. Not just Congress. I saw Congress seeing the whole thing, but not long after that, we see the rest of the world gets it. The sun opening up, Six of Pentacles, and then the final outcome, the work begins. The work begins. I think it's impeachment. And the final outcome is that it will end. So I'm going to go ahead and tentatively say, I have a horrible frog in my throat. I'm sorry. Now I got them. Anyway. So I would just close by saying it's moving towards impeachment. Definitely the full Mueller report will be released. My initial vision, it had been a closed room that I had seen it, but the energy could be changing because now it looks like the entire world will be able to see the Mueller report. Okay, I want to thank everybody for watching. Be sure and share, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care.